Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. So now guys, of course this happened, but it is the sheer inhumanity of it that is a sight to behold. Guys, I bring you this. Nigeria's airport authority pays staff half salary after top officials' children, that's top officials and their children, stole over 750 million naira in fraudulent contract scheme. So this is now something now that is just out of hand. I'm not saying that this is particularly unique because it happens all the time. We have all heard stories of how people go for months on end without their salary being paid. I think in Kogi State, Yaya Bello didn't actually pay them for about 18 months or something, when people are just going around taking things on credit from sellers. So again, at the airport, this is the story that is breaking. Nigeria's airport authority pays staff half salary after top officials, stole over 750 million naira in fraudulent contract scheme. So let's now get into the details of it. The Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria has come under fire for paying staff members half salary for the month of July. This is coming after top officials were accused of stealing over 750 million naira from the organization. Top sources at FAAN who spoke with correspondents said senior officials and some of their children worked together to get an old contract re-awarded. So this is a contract that has actually been awarded. I don't know if it's been executed, but certainly an old contract. They re-awarded it and they used it as a conduit to loot the money. The contract had previously been awarded to the current Minister of Aviation, Hadi Sirika. However, the top officials led by the Deputy General Manager of Procurement, Mrs. Ishola, a prime suspect in the racket, forged documents with the letterhead of the Ministry of Aviation to get the contract re-awarded and defrauded the organization to the tune of 750 million naira. So let's just look at that paragraph that we skimmed through quite sharply just a moment ago. So the contract, by the way, was awarded to the minister in charge of the ministry. So you already see the crony, the nepotism is that's no more nepotism than cronyism, isn't it? And that is really fraud that any ism, isn't it? Really, you are the minister awarding contracts to yourself. Anyway, we carry on. However, the top officials led by the Deputy General Manager of Procurement, Mrs. Ishola, a prime suspect in the racket, forged documents with the letterhead of the Ministry of Aviation to get the contract re-awarded and defrauded the organization to the tune of over 750 million naira. Other officials involved in the racket include son of the Admin General Manager, Sadiq Musa, one Kayode, so that's not one is not the first name, but O-N-E, so one guy called Kayode, one Kayode, another one, Shehu, an official of the accounts department, amongst others. The fraud carried out by individuals in the procurement department was aided by the officials of the accounts and audit departments, as the racket's success will be impossible without the knowledge of the two departments. Sources revealed that although FAAN had a committee set up to investigate the crime, the same authority also covered up the result of the investigation after it was discovered that top officials were involved in the racket. The same people who did this also are the same people the Ministry of Aviation used when they wanted to divert money through procurement, the source said. The source went ahead to reveal that FAAN secretly suspended some of the officials involved to avoid public backlash. Staff members affected by the July pay cut disclosed to correspondents how they worked throughout the lockdown period with the promise of extra allowance during the time. They also disclosed how they have had to work without protective equipment to shield them from the deadly pandemic. A senior member of FAAN revealed how the management of the organization awarded millions of naira for feeding of staff, but that the food never got round. The staff, who spoke to correspondents, said they said the food they gave us every day was audited at 5,000 naira, but I'll get more quantity and better quality food for 5,000 naira at food joints around the airport. Condemning the development, aviation unions, in a statement on Thursday night, rejected the payment of half salary in the past month. The statement reads, "We observe with total dismay the payment of July 2020 half salary to FAAN workers, which the unions are not aware of. This came as a rude shock to the unions because we have vehemently rejected payment of half salary in the past. This attitude by management is against the principles of collective negotiation as it undermines the labor law. By this action, we are mobilizing all FAAN workers nationwide for protest starting from Wednesday, the 5th of August 2020. This is a red alert notice." So it may be new for this particular instance, but it is not new for the broader Nigerian understanding, because this is something that repeats and repeats and repeats and repeats. They loot the salaries and then they don't pay these people, and then they go to the government for bailout, and rather than the government them probing them to say what happened to all the money that you collected for their salaries, the government just gives them another chunk from the CBN account, because of course the government is looting themselves and they expect them to be looting. So because there's no probity, there's no pressure to account for anything, there's no accountability in Nigeria is really the thing. This is one of the biggest problems, bigger than corruption, is accountability, because nobody is held to account, or systems of accountability are not in place. You will recall when Goodluck Jonathan said that stealing is different from corruption, and everybody laughed at him and everybody mocked him. Well, I was not a part of the people that laughed at him and mocked him, because I understood perfectly what he meant when he said stealing is different from corruption. You see, what we have now is stealing. You know, these people have just gone in and stolen the money. But corruption really is to build into the system a corrupt practice. And the panacea to this stealing is to have accountability structures, is to have proper structures. So if there were systems in place that made it impossible for these people to do these things, then these people would not be able to do these things. There should be some sort of automated system that pays people's salary so that it doesn't really pass through hands and nobody has to sign for anything. You are a registered member, you are on a database, your account details are there, the payday is X day of the month. Come X day of the month, your salary is remitted to your account. And that's justice. That's how it's done everywhere else. So I don't know why somebody has to sign something. And even for procurement, which seems to be the route that they used to steal this money, even for procurement, there's still a lot of due processes that should be in place that makes it near impossible for anybody to steal money. So you may inflate the contract in some form, but not outrightly steal it. Look at this instance now. They re-awarded an old contract, which was awarded to the minister. By the way, we've not been told if the original contract was carried out by the minister, but they've re-awarded an old contract and then just used that to steal money, to the point that people's salary are now not being paid, having walked through the pandemic period. So this is the goings on in Nigeria. It never stops, and it looks like almost certainly it will never stop. Conversations in the comment section. They are now looting people's salary, or should I say they continue to loot people's salaries. What says you? Come share thoughts. But before you do that, click on the red subscribe button so it turns gray. Bell button notifies you every time I drop a new video. Click on like as well because that helps with the YouTube algorithm. Once you've done all three, then come into the comment section. Come discuss with me the ungodliness of this act, looting people's salary and then putting them on half pay because you want to loot billions or hundreds of millions in this instance. So I'll leave you here. Carry this conversation on with you in the comment section, but here I say peace.